welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing this makeup tutorial for you. I kind of took inspiration from some Rita Ora pictures recently. Peanuts still snoring, sorry about that. If you're in the UK and you've been watching X Factor, which I'm kind of obsessed, but I'm more obsessed with Rita Ora. She looks so amazing right now. I haven't particularly gone off like a particular photo. She just has worn this kind of quite sexy, sultry, warm eye recently with like a nude, this kind of colour lip, and I really love it. So it's not like a particularly, this is a Rita Ora makeup look, but that is the look, the pictures, well these pictures are the ones that inspired me to do this look, hence why my hair's kind of on a side part today. But anyway, if you want to see how I got this look, it's super easy, then just keep watching. Don't know what this is. Wow.
Okie dokie, so starting off with my pale face, I am using my Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I haven't used this in ages, so I thought I'd give it another go, and I've got a lovely spot in my forehead, so please excuse that. We will be covering it shortly, don't you worry. So I'm just applying that all over my face, and then for foundation I'm going to be mixing two together because this Armani Luminous Silk is too dark in number 9, and the Makeup Forever HD is in number N128. Give them a little shake. Yep. Going for it, and I'm using my Morphe, this is the MB8 I think it's called, yeah, the MB8 brush to buff this all over my skin. I always use my beauty blender, so I wanted to try and do a tutorial where I don't use my beauty blender, so for people who don't have a beauty blender you can still kind of follow the makeup look. And to be honest, I really love buffing my foundation in with this brush. I really do work it into the skin, and it does give you a really nice finish. You can see I use buffing motions, but in that spot area I kind of push the product in, so it gives you a tiny bit more coverage over the little zit we have on the face, which is always nice. Then I'm going in with my Kevyn Aucoin concealer. This is in the number 4, and I'm taking that on my Real Techniques. This is, I think this is actually a concealer brush or a dome shadow brush or something like that. And I use that to just place the product and buff it in, and then going in with my ring finger to start tapping it in. I found with this concealer it is actually much better to tap it in first of all with your finger, because the warmth of your finger also helps warm the product up, so it kind of blends and pushes in to give you a bit more coverage, and I found it just works a bit better. So I apply that in the usual areas, so under my eyes, forehead, nose and chin, and then I go in with this Real Techniques Duo Fibre brush to blend that all out. I kind of use tapping motions around the eye and then use the brush to blend out the edges. This brush is like the quickest way to blend out concealer. It is a really good brush. Can't speak. A really good brush for blending out concealer. I'm then going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, which is brand spanking new, first time using it, and I'm taking this shade in the palette, which is way darker than I thought it was going to be, and I'm using a e.l.f. concealer brush because it's really small and quite dense to carve out my cheekbones and also contour my nose. And then I will be going back in with the foundation brush to just sort of blend it all out. And to be honest, when I first put it on I was like, oh my goodness, this is so dark, like this is not going to blend, but it blends so easily. It literally just melts away into your skin. It was pretty crazy. I wasn't really expecting it, but I mean you can see how easy that was to blend. It just literally just goes away. So far so good. I'm gonna have another go with the product before I do a review on it, but so far I really like it. So then I'm going in with that same concealer brush and the shade Banana just to highlight the face a bit more, which to be honest, if I'd known this Banana was going to be this good at highlighting, I probably wouldn't used as such highlighting concealer, if that makes sense, because you could have just used more of like a concealer to cover the dark eyes, then use this to highlight, because I loved it. Look how amazing that is. I really liked this product. So just using the same Real Techniques Duo Fibre brush to blend everything together, and then I'm setting my under eye area just with my Barabar Daily translucent powder just to make sure nothing creases, and then setting the contour with the powder contour kit from Anastasia. I'm really sorry that I'm using so much of Anastasia Beverly Hills at the moment. I'm just kind of a bit obsessed. I get a bit like this, I get quite addicted to certain brands, and right now this is my brand. So highlighting with the So Hollywood highlight, and then as always spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus. For the brows, I'm using the Brow Wiz in medium brown and just filling them in. I've just had my eyebrows done. Yay! It had been so long. So they, as you can see, they're pretty good shape as they are, and they're not thin, but I just kind of thicken them up a tiny bit and make them just a tiny bit darker and just really refine them. So I don't need to do too much craziness, which is why I quite like using the Brow Wiz, because you can just put on a tiny bit and it just kind of blends into your eyebrow. So once we have done the eyebrows, I will be moving on to the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to be taking the colour Sienna. This one here, Sienna, which is just like a super warm brown on a Real Techniques shader brush, I think this is called. And I'm literally just packing that on the whole lid and blending it out. As I said in the intro, this look is super easy. I'm literally just using one shadow, one liner and some lashes. Like, it's so easy. So you're literally just applying this shadow all over your eye and really buffing out, kind of giving it that blowing out look. So it's not really defined, it's got no crisp edges or anything, it is literally just blown out. This is going to give you that quite sort of sultry, a tiny bit grungy kind of look. I'm going in with a Morphe fluffy brush just to make sure literally there's no harsh lines on those edges and everything is completely blown out in the eye. I love this colour, Sienna. I love this kind of warm, like super warm colour. So then I'm going in with, this is Peach Smoothie, I think, but any kind of highlighter shade would do, just to put a bit of brightness in the inner corner. And then I'm going in with my MAC liner, this is in Costa Riche, and just to quite messily line the lash line. It's not really even a line, it's just like getting in all those lashes and tight lining, just so it's got no skin showing through that bit. So for mascara, I'm going to be using, as always, my Better Than Sex TooFaced mascara, and then lashes, I'm using the Lilly lashes. These are in Paris. They're just a little bit more natural, but to be honest, I didn't love how they came out, so yeah, they're alright. But I just put those on and then just applied some more of that Sienna on the lower lash line and blended it out with a pencil brush, and then went back in with Costa Riche, the liner, and lined my waterline. And as you can see, that was really easy, and that will be the finished look. So that is everything we're using on the eyes. Moving on to the lips, I am going to be, if I hurry up, blend. So you can see I'm really quite bringing that lower lash line quite low and blowing it out as we did on the top. You just want it to be kind of just blown out is the only way I can describe it. Lining my lips with MAC lip liner in Spice, and then I'm going to be going over the top of that with MAC's Velvet Teddy, and then I'm going to add a tiny bit of the, what's it called, Gel Cosmetics, the liquid lipstick or the Hydra Lip in, this is Aphrodite, and it's quite a light sort of peachy nude colour. I just put it in the centre and then used my finger to kind of blend it in and tap it out, just to give the lips a slightly more peachy nude effect rather than just a darker nude, if that makes sense. And then once you've done that, the look will be done.
Okay, so that is the end of the makeup tutorial, guys. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.